Hello, everyone, and welcome to the BattleFY Community Cup. With you, we have ourselves a show match. As you're seeing some of the previous winners on screen right now. With me, of course, is going to be actually the only SuperBadJuju, the tastiest juju of them all.
Ooh.
Yeah, but we have a show match coming up just before the final started. These teams wanted to get a quick match in because I told them I wanted to get a cast of them because these guys are just some very interesting people, been around the community for a while. Some of them are streamers, including Icy Inferno and Savage Bandage, a.k.a. our favorite name of the day.
Neptune's salty butthole.
Neptune's salty butthole. Going up against the Chicken Protector, a.k.a. Wraith, which I don't know if that Chicken Protector playing Wraith is a shot at Loco Pojo because he's the crazy chicken, but I don't know.
I will tell you, Chicken Protector plays an atypical Wraith, but a very good one. You know, they're very aggressive with the Wraith. You know, they're not a run till 3. They're I'm going to get some armor and slowly pick your team off Wraith.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is an exhibition match. This series has already been determined. That's why the score is up top. You're noticing the names take up 2 lines because these names are long. It's Once a Dated Monster and something Darkside, which Once a Dated Monster is a play on one of the chat logs in the Evolve little community, like not the community, but the the dropship conversations. There we go. As opposed to Once a Dated Monster coming out of Val, is that's one of her favorite lines. And we have something Darkside, which is a movie. If you haven't seen it and you're a Star Wars fan, you need to go do that.
Really? I haven't even heard of it.
What?
Nope.
It's oh my god, it's Family Guy.
Parody. That's awesome. I'll check it out.
Something Darkside. You'll have a good time. There you go. There's your homework for the day.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, now I can just make something Darkside references and you'll know.
Yeah, no idea.
Well, yeah, so we did have a request to hold off on perks until first dome, which was something that was requested halfway through the day, so we're going to make sure we hold on to that, and once the dome happens, we'll bring it all up to you. But we're seeing a Wraith getting picked up versus a Parnell, Rogue Val, Cabot, Abe, which is a highly aggressive composition, don't you think?
It is. That's a we want to catch them early and shut them down comp. Although, interestingly enough, usually when you're running a comp like that, you don't run Abe. You know, usually you run a Trapper that can find the monster early. But you know, Abe brings that damage, and that stasis is brutal. So at the same time, you know, it's a gamble. It's saying we're going to go all in on the damage at the expense of trapping and just hope that our Trapper knows how to trap without relying on his kit.
Yep. And we're looking at this right now. They are actually incredibly far away. I think they're realizing that they're a good distance away as they're starting to see the Super Soldier just being used to travel around faster. We have a Wraith right now in the northern caves as he's looking around at seeing that, hey, these hunters are nowhere near me. I can pretty much eat as much as I want.
Yeah, but do you agree with it? Do you agree on that? What do you think about an Abe pick in a damage comp that wants to catch early?
I think it's very reliant on making sure you don't miss the pathing during the initial stages, which in this case, they missed the initial pathing. So it's going to be hard to compensate for that. If they're able to catch him stage 1 still, like Chicken Protector's having to slow time feeding because he's having a hard time finding wildlife. But at the same time, like, it's coming through, and it's sort of working out for them, but at the same time, it's one of those things that's...
Yeah, like if they do catch him, he'll bring the damage, and you know, stasis nades are infuriating right now with that massive radius. And oh, down comes the dome.
Oh, and there's the quick pickup, getting grab Icy Inferno, picking up, bringing him back as soon as he threw the dome. Give me looking at a quick pickup before the team comes in to show up. Here comes the Cloak, though, trying to keep everyone alive. We have ourselves a Cabot going in with that damage, and there comes the Rogue Val going in with those heals. Neptune Salty Butthole, definitely known for playing a lot of Val, going in on the Icy Inferno on Abe. Going to be looking to throw out more of those stasis. Here comes the Warp Blast for the finish. Doesn't quite connect as Icy Inferno's going to be dodging. Those pro Left 4 Dead days are coming in for favor. Parnell's trying to get some damage in, using that Super Soldier. Here he goes. More of the shotguns coming in, trying to get those body blocks in, but he does pick them off right in the middle. No body blocking for Inferno today. Here comes the AoE healing coming out of Neptune's Salty Butthole, dealing lots of damage, and we see Icy Inferno going in, and he's getting quickly stealth path, trying to get melted through the earth through the first bar. Warp Blast coming in, does get down Icy Inferno, which means he is released from the dome, and we see Chicken Protector is on the run from the one troll to rule them all. Not them all, the mall.
The mall, yes, sir. And you know, there's a lot of health there to trade for one strike, and you know, it was one of those infuriating situations where they're super low, and a couple of those warp blasts look like they should have connect, but they didn't.
just barely on the edge of the range, but now that the first dome's done, it was only a 2-point Warp Blast and 1-point Abduct, which is why those Warp Blasts didn't connect, because they were just short on the range as he was able to dodge at the last second. That third point in Warp Blast is definitely a value point if you're looking to get a Stage 1 engagement, but that Abduct just made his juggle cycling so much better, and the damage output perk was definitely a value there because it just made it enough for him to get in. Now, did you notice the one perk here that's going to throw me for a loop right now?
Let me have a look here. You talking about the, is that jump height I see on Cabot?
Yeah.
Jump height. I used to love jump height, legit. I used to run on everybody, but when they changed the way that momentum and jetpacks work, jump height felt different. I can't quite nail it down, but it just wasn't as good anymore.
Didn't feel as strong?
Yeah, it was like almost like a slower propulsion.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, no, it's one of those things. It's definitely an interesting choice because he wants to be evasive in case he gets focused. But I think in this case, he's noticing that he's not going to be the target of this. As Divine Tryptamine's running Quick Switch, Neptune's Salty Butthole is running Capacity, which makes sense. And Icy Inferno is running Jetpack Recharge, which is really, let's be serious, the only reason he survived as long as he did.
Absolutely. And we have a pretty typical build here. 3 in Warp Blast, 2 in Supernova, 1 in Abduction.
So, I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens. They're going in. Dust Tag is used. It hits the front of the cave, just barely cycling on him there, and he just catches the edge of it. And Cabot's going to be trying to get some of those shots off. That way he can poke him through the wall. But unfortunately, if you aim that low, you will not be able to connect on him, as the monster right now is going right through the caves, goes in for the Abduct, does connect, and it means he goes right on the Maul, bringing him right on forward. The one troll is getting brought into the caves, as a troll does belong in the caves. He's getting abducted and thrown around, but Icy Inferno is now on the run, as he sees the Supernova, wants to stay outside of that AoE, where he's getting that bonus, but Chicken Protector is choosing to mitigate on the low ground at this point. Going to be abducting and right up into the middle of No Man's Land, and he does actually... Whoa, that was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, he just bumped into somebody and got stuck or something, it looked like.
That actually kind of worked out in his favor, but he did decide to go back down, goes right on Divine Tryptamine, trying to see if he can get some damage out. Goes in for the Duck, does get Divine Tryptamine, pulls him right down into the cave. Here comes the Supernova, going to be looking for the finish. Warp Blast used, does actually go for the connect on Divine Tryptamine, doesn't quite connect. And Neptune's Salty Butthole's healing up from the high ground, and one Troll's just boosting him all that damage. Here comes the Duck, does connect on Divine Tryptamine, bringing him back into the caves. Divine Tryptamine cannot escape these caves. Warp Blast being used, does connect on Tryptamine, bringing him down, which means that's the first strike, and now he needs to go down on not only the Salty Butthole, but some Icy Inferno, getting some burning sensation in his lower region. He's just Warp Blasting forward as Icy Inferno goes up on the high ground, making sure he doesn't get popped up. Divine Tryptamine's going to be getting some damage because he just got picked up by a Neptune Salty Butthole, as one troll to rule them all is doing some quick damage from the long distance with that Cabot railgun.
And that was really like his targeting choice there. Some people might be like, oh, why are you attacking the Assault? And truthfully, he wanted to mitigate there, and if you want to mitigate, beat the hell out of Assault so he can't shoot you. You know, if you don't have an area where you can run to, that is a valid strat in my opinion, especially a Parnell. You know, you don't want him being all up in you super soldiering.
Oh, definitely. And we're looking at this, and it is a great juggle mechanic if you use that abduction on the Assault, who is, in this case, their primary damage dealer, because Cabot relies on the damage boosting, and Icy Inferno's damage is nice with that shotgun, but at the same time, Parnell's is just so much better.
Oh, God. Parnell I have much love for, you know, and I've always liked him, and I'm glad to see him getting the respect he deserves now.
And he's just going through, and he's just trying to get the abducts, trying to pick up one troll, doesn't quite connect. As Cabot's just going to be poking him with that railgun. One troll just getting some vengeance. He's like, hey, man, you're trying to abduct me? No thanks.
Yeah, and you know, Cabot, his ability to shoot through walls is incredible for harassment, and down comes the dome.
Yep, and so they're in the dome. It's a fight time.
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
It looks like he's trying to squeeze through that little crack there, but just not quite big enough.
Looks like he's just trying to mitigate, and here comes the abduction we were talking about earlier, just trying to juggle Parnell from being able to deal all that damage. Parnell's going to get grabbed. Cabot, however, is doing some quick railgun damage. He's on the other side now. Here comes the Warp Blast, does connect next to the tree, but doesn't quite connect on Parnell or Cabot. Cabot right now dodging it quite effectively, but Parnell's going to take some face load as he has to pop the personal shield. Quick heals coming out of Neptune's Salty Butthole. Here goes the abduct, though. Does connect, though, on the butthole, and he's going to be grabbing it and clenching it, and he's just going to Warp Blast all over it, and he hits 3 on that one, exploding all over them and making sure it's a giant mess. A giant giant hot mess of melted molten magma coming out of this Wraith is dealing tons of damage, but right now the R breaking through all the health, all the armor just going through, melting up. Here we go, going in with the Supernova, trying to man it up. Wants to finish up, trying to get his way out of this, but not quite able to finish it as Parnell's coming in with a clinch, and down goes Chicken Protector, who can't protect himself from this Hunter team.
Man, that ending there, he ate some serious damage amp. You know, like you'll notice the first 2 domes he got in, there wasn't a lot of like damage amp super soldier combos. You know, he was doing a good job mitigating and stopping that. But that particular dome, all it takes is, you know, 1 or 2 super soldier amps and you're hurting, man.
It's definitely well played. Hunter team is doing a great job at mitigating and protecting themselves while dealing a great amount of offensive damage. One of the problems with that comp is the fact that once it gets to stage 3, the monster has such a heavy swing in offensive capability in comparison to the Hunters. But then you look at it, and monster didn't get to stage 3, so plan accomplished. They had a full aggression composition, and it paid out for him.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And the thing with Wraith right now is you gotta be really on point. You know, Wraith lost a lot of its juggle abilities between the changes to heavy attacks and everything. And that 360-degree cleave, you know, having that taken away definitely affects things as well.
Mm-hmm. So it's just one of those things that's coming forward, paying for itself, getting that cash value. But in the meantime, guys, this is where we do that quick fading fade out for the sake of editing. Is you guys got to see a nice, beautiful exhibition match, courtesy of these 2 teams who got to throw out some nice fun for us and make sure we got to see some extra games after that long wait time. We want to make sure you guys get some fun. So we'll bring that up. We'll have the finals coming up for this week's BattleFY, week number 11. Casting with me is SuperBadJuju, the one, the only. You can follow him on Twitter at SuperBadJuju. You can also follow him on twitch.tv/SuperBadJuju, correct? You're SuperBadJuju
Yes,
everywhere.
Sir. I am, except for oddly on like you know, Origin and Uplay. For some reason, there's another SuperBadJuju out there. Or
Doomed
I
to
got
the death.
Yeah, or I might have gotten tanked one night, made an account, and forgot about it. That's always that's always a possibility.
That definitely is a possibility. In the meantime, guys, this is that quick fade and fade out for the sake of editing. So we'll see you guys in a bit with the finals coming for BattleFY Week 11, brought to you by Turtle Rock Studios, who are ballers and awesome in everything they do. Toodles.